Hey everybody, it's me, Matt Rogers, letting you know tickets are on sale now to see me on tour. The Prince of Christmas tour, that is. I'm doing my whole album, Have You Heard of Christmas, plus a lot more with the whole band all throughout December. Go to www.mattrogersofficial.com to see me in a city near you. And now, Las Culch. Drums.
Look, man. Where? Oh, I see. Wow. Oh, my. Bowen, look over there. Wow, is that culture? Yes. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah. Las Culturistas.
Ding dong, Las Culturistas calling.
Tactile as fuck.
Tactile AF.
AF? I've been smiling and beaming all day. I woke up with a giggle.
Oh my God.
I sort of leapt out of bed and then I looked at myself in the mirror and then I immediately got sad because I think I'm actually developing a sty.
Blepharitis. What? No, it's if you develop a sty, you just nip it in the bud and you put rice in a sock, you put it in the microwave for 30 seconds and then you just warm compress.
Is that the cure?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. I was all nervous today because I literally was so excited for this. I got a facial yesterday. I got a facial for the episode.
Oh, fun.
I went to the Equinox Spa and Hotel, which is in Hudson Yards, really the best area of New York. Remember when I was looking for an apartment in Hudson Yards?
I don't think I gave you any guff for it. I was like, if that's where Matt is happiest, Matt belongs at the theme park of New York City.
And this is what I wanted to tell you. Yeah, go.
But how do you feel about Rockefeller Center making a real play at being the only real technical zoned theme park in New York? Because that's what they're trying to do.
As the Prince of Rockefeller Center, I actually have to say, we actually are the royal court of Rockefeller Center, if you think about it.
We're the jesters in the court.
So as a representative of the zone, I couldn't be prouder of my sisters who are making that place a theme park.
They really are
very
doing
happy about it.
It's ticketed rides. You got to strap on a seatbelt.
You know, I've gone to the top of the
Yes.
Rockefeller Center and like you go on the beam and it spins around. It's very thrilling. You would love it. I think. Not yet though.
Is that my cue?
No.
Not yet.
So, never mind.
Don't worry.
Come
We'll
back.
get into it.
So if you sort of just like heard the voice.
I'm so sorry.
No, come on.
I'm so sorry. I just need you to stay. Oh, Dave, you got it?
How would you like me? This way?
No, Bowen, you're actually leaning to your right, which you I know you feel natural. Can we go a touch to our left?
Touch to the
Yeah.
left.
Thank you.
Yes,
sorry to
both
break
of
your
us?
flow, guys. I'm so sorry. Just the tiniest.
I'm getting a lot. So what do you want me to do?
I just need you to go to your.
Yes, of course.
Thank you so much.
Perfect.
Sorry to interrupt.
No
No,
problem.
it's okay. I'm
No
really
problem.
glad it's that and not what I thought it was.
What was
I
it?
thought she was coming in like, guys, there's a fire. We gotta get out of here. Come on.
Use all this.
Stairs only.
Wait,
That's where my mind goes.
I
She
know.
came in and I was like, something's happening.
She had the energy of like, it's an emergency.
Well, yeah, that was emergency energy.
The way the hair moved was urgent.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
It was
Gorgeous
stunning.
and scary.
A curtain.
Excited and scared.
Here we go.
No, we're back. We're using all of that.
We're using
all of it is being used, and I won't.
even the part where I got a little snippy. I was like, I'm getting a lot. What do you want me to do?
No, because honestly, like that's authenticity, Bo, and that's
Sure.
why people love Las Culturistas
Culturistas.
with Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang, because this is a real ass show.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
And that was a real moment. And here's what I really want to say. You've said the theme park thing. Do you know how I spent my morning? I've been thinking about the Wicked theme park ride all day. I've seen the film. And I want to unveil like what I think the experience of the theme park ride at
Epic Universe?
Epic Universe. Put it in between. There's a spot for it. You put it in between Super Nintendo World and the Dark Universe. I feel like that's a perfect meeting for Wicked. It's Emerald City / Oz, whatever they want to do. And
Yeah.
I can't wait to pitch to our guest my idea for the theme park ride, the story of it,
Okay.
because I know we're with one of the true girlies.
We're with one of the true Floridian girlies. Let's bring her in.
Talk about your pal.
She literally saved my life. I can't even look at you. I fucking love you. She's the legend. She's playing Glinda in Wicked Part 1, maybe Part 2. She's playing Glinda.
You'll have to wait to see what happens at the end of Act 1. Does the character die?
Who knows? John
Is
M.
there a
Chu.
death? Imagine the twist of like they killed Glinda in the first one. like, oh my God, they really took a swing.
Fuck.
That sucks. We loved her performance in the first.
I know.
But-
If the Munchkins in Munchkin Land.
It's like a dark Wicked, like the
Oh
Dark
my
Knight.
God.
Our guest is a singular talent, an icon, I mean, I am a fan. I've always been a fan. This is surreal. I can't believe she's here. I mean, Eternal Sunshine, one of the albums of the year, like to say nothing of everything else she's ever put out. I mean, I can't believe this is happening. It's the film of the year, Wicked. And this guest you're about to welcome into your ears is the one, the fucking only
Ariana Grande.
Thank you. That's my cue.
Yeah.
I've been tempted to jump in every third sentence.
That's sort of
I'm
the
so
vibe.
sorry. I know, but it's just been so tempting.
We really work our guests up, and then they chime in, and then they're ready to go. Okay, so
Hi.
pitch hi.
Thank you for having me.
This is a blessing and a half and
Is this
3/4.
weird? Is this already
no,
am I
it's
weird?
not.
No.
Should we start over?
No, this is perfection.
Okay.
Do you want to know the Wicked theme park ride?
Tell me now.
Because you want this to happen.
Of course I do. And I have
Yeah.
ideas as well.
Okay, so let's collab. I think you go to like, it's not Shiz, it's the Emerald City.
Mhm.
And the vibe is like, Galinda live today is going to address everyone, the Aussians. It's like we're all going.
You're already taking it.
It's like, okay, so it's.
I'm already
'cause-
thinking about when we're going to have to shoot that.
Oh,
Tomorrow.
God, yeah. We
I've
can
always-
figure it out.
I think about that sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like shooting like the theme park B-roll later.
Yeah. Shooting like, Hermione being like, don't forget to wear your seatbelts.
Yeah.
You know, like that vibe.
Sometimes I feel like, are they still doing that? Are they going to go out to like D. Radcliffe and
I think
and
they're
the
on
crew?
contract, and they're locked into something. Can you do your Hermione impression? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Ron's been splanched. That.
Been spleeched?
Harry, Ron's been splanched.
Perfect.
Oh my God, yeah, there is something in the nose. It's in the nose.
Ron.
There is. What is that?
No, you can't. I love the vocal fray
It's
so
so
much.
good.
Yeah.
The vocal what?
The vocal
Fray.
fray.
The fray. Oh my God. This
I
is
love
a
it
true-
so much.
Yeah. Okay, so today Glinda is addressing.
Today, Glinda live. Like it's you, and then we as the guests coming in are gonna like see the speech, and then something is like happening. So this takes place between Wicked 1 and 2.
Okay.
So in that area,
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
Like, so it's like we believe that Elphaba's like afoot.
Yeah.
Like there's signs that are like get the witch. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
da-da-da.
right.
And then like we get in the ride, and I don't know the like rest of this, but like that's the setup, and like you are like get ready to speak, and then there's like weather. There's
Weather.
Morbol.
Seats start to move. We think it's Elphaba, but we know it's
It's Morbol.
Michelle Yeoh going,
yes.
listen!
Yes.
Don't let her get away!
If you want to. That's the best shot in the whole
It's
thing.
the best. When she turns,
When
we're
she
spoiling
turns
it.
and the monkeys go, oh
Ugh.
my God.
Fuck.
This
It's the best shot of any movie I've ever seen in my
Yeah,
life.
no.
She's so hot.
So
She's
hot.
so beautiful and regal and powerful.
when she goes, Wicked Witch.
Yes.
This
What a choice to get quiet.
Wicked Witch. Oh,
Wicked.
please. I love Michelle.
She's brilliant.
I've seen it. I
Obviously.
DM'd you. I'm blown away by the movie. And it's just
incredible.
like, you guys, to leave the fake world of the theme park right now, like
Okay,
we'll
yeah.
figure it out. Like TK theme park ride, the very real film is so brilliant. And like, you know it. You know it.
You.
New.
Wicked's is a film
Thank you.
about Fanny.
It is.
He's a gay boy.
He's a gay boy.
who wants to make it big in the world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the film
He
is.
knows that the media landscape of Oz is not ready for a fop
Very
like him.
homophobic city.
A homophobic
I have
country.
the best video in the world of you rehearsing at Shiz that it's been in my drafts for 2 years
Post.
of him,
No.
his little pink like cap over your hair because we weren't ready to film yet with your little clips in.
Uh-huh.
And he's like half in wardrobe, half in like some cute like Bowen thing.
Yep.
And he's just like, what did he say? Wait, what did Madame Moreau say? Alpha mustn't get wet. All right, fine, I'm gay. Shiz.
Jizz, I'm
But I
gay.
don't want that to be the most interesting thing about me.
Yeah, because
I've watched it 300 times.
Honestly,
How do we feel about the original person who read for Fanny at the table read for Wicked was Sutton Foster?
What?
Have I desecrated Sutton's name?
Wait,
No.
no. What are you talking
So
about?
like in the original sort of like table read for Wicked before any of the shows, any of the any of the
that was
tryouts.
Sutton Foster?
They had Adina and they had Kristen, but then they had Sutton Foster.
As Fanny?
As Fanny.
Years
That is
ago?
the most important thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That is so spectacular.
like circa 2001 or whatever.
How did I not know this?
No, I didn't know this either until people like were sending to me.
Oh my
Isn't that
God. I mean, she's
crazy?
going to be so floored and proud. And
No way.
she's going, absolutely.
She won't,
we
so
talk
you
about
could run. And I've been saying
His
that for
brilliance
years.
in this film.
I mean, he lights up the screen like he
entire
lights up
screen.
my life. Every time you come
And
on
mine.
screen, I'm like, in a word, period.
Just so incredibly brilliant. And I also just want like a string out of everything you said because
Yeah.
String out.
I really do. I want to string out. Let's bring string outs back.
I love
Can we
string
just
out.
string out today?
I want to string out of,
Yeah.
of everything he said on that set.
Yeah.
I got to see last night
What?
because Cynthia and I went to go do like watch along and make commentary thing.
Oh, fun.
But while we were there, they showed us deleted scenes.
Oh.
And I got to see I've Been Through.
Oh my God. Wait, they kept
Oh, no,
I've been
I've
through.
heard about
I've
I've
been through.
Talk about that so everyone knows.
So they did, spoiler alert, they did cut the scene where Glinda meets Fanny and Shen Shen again.
But it's very cute and you will get to see it.
Oh, really?
You will get to see it. It's
Okay.
coming out.
Because I want to
Yeah.
see it.
But-
that was my one notice. I was like, well, who are they?
Who are
though?
these
We
two?
kind of just made it all up.
Yeah,
we kind
I
of just
love
like, John was like, all right, you guys meet here
Uh-huh.
and maybe you do a little, and we were like, perfect, we'll do
Sure.
it. And so we did the weird dance thing, whatever it was.
We did the weird dance thing, and then
I was like,
I'm
oh, how are you guys really?
And then, yeah, so Ari as Glinda goes, so how are, oh, it's been so long, how are you guys really? And then I, for some reason, made the choice to go, I've been through.
And we said, I've been through for 2 years after that.
I've been through,
been
and then
through.
the other phrase was, I have had scandal.
I have had
I
scandal.
have had scandal.
I
Belongs in the
have
movie.
had scandal.
I have had scandal.
Title of
Really?
it.
I have had scandal.
I have had scandal. I've been through. I've
Been through is title of that.
Yeah,
Been
I've
through.
been through, which
I
we
love
all
I've
have.
been through.
I've been through is
Not it.
no.
I've been through.
I've been through.
Just I've been through. And we just all collapsed. It was so ticklish. It was so
Oh.
funny.
Thanks, baby.
There was the coolest waitress I used to waitress with would always say, oh my God, that person is so. And never ever said the word after.
That's the safe thing to do.
That's
But
very
you
safe.
That's really
always
safe.
knew, like,
You know?
Oh, how was Ari? She was so.
So,
And then you get to,
fill in the blank.
It's
Let
a
the
lot
other
about
person
how you say
project.
so. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
yeah, it's an invitation for more projection.
It protects and projects.
Yes, it protects and projects. Wait, but you saying I've been through
Uh-huh.
is so funny to me because that's like minute 3 of the film.
It's too much.
It's so funny.
I understand why it's cut because it makes no tonal sense with the rest of the film.
It lives on its own, but in the most brilliant way.
Right, but
The
why-
same way that I Don't See Color lives on its own.
Do we
Oh.
think? Do we think that comes too early?
No, it's so funny and it's so brilliant. And it
It's
also
so
is
good.
like, yeah, we're commenting on what we're commenting on in
Sure,
this film.
sure.
It's actually the most brilliant comedic way of saying, yeah,
It's
that's what this is
racism.
about.
But
Yeah.
I can't believe, I find it miraculous that stayed in the final
It's
cut.
the best. I was hoping and praying. I had literally my fingers and toes crossed. I was sitting in the audience watching for the very first time. And I literally, John Chu was sitting right next to me. And I literally was like,
Thank you.
thank you.
Yes.
I was like, thank God. Thank goodness,
We need
honestly.
some Bowen Yang ad libs in the
But-
final cut.
You guys, there's something terrible about an ad lib that you do on set because you're with like a friend and you're disarmed and you're being stupid. And then you see it and then you go, well, fuck, a gajillion people are going to watch me do this stupid.
And have a lot of feelings about it as well. And be,
Totally.
that's like once you leave the set and you're like, the fuck did we just, what just
Yeah.
happened?
We just
Oh my
do.
Because
God.
that's what we filmed.
Right.
Yeah.
Hope anything's okay.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, wow.
everything's
I feel like I blacked out for 2 years and now I'm like, oh,
Right.
Good morning,
Now the people are
come
coming.
in, come on
Come
in.
in.
The
Come on
fans
in.
of Wicked are going to sit there and be like, we have a lot of feelings about what this has always been to us. And now this is the film.
Which is
This
such a
celluloid.
beautiful blessing and responsibility to have as
Mm-hmm.
people who also love it and have lived for this for 20 years and
Yes.
have done the research, like read the L. Frank Baum books and done their homework and have lived it and loved it. And, it's such a beautiful celebration.
Yes.
And we welcome the feelings.
We welcome
'Cause
the feelings.
I'm a fangirl with those feelings about the things I love.
Totally.
Yeah, of course.
To quote the show, I ask you a question. What is this feeling now for you? Like,
So sudden and new.
so sudden and new. It was like 2 years of your life where you were like monastic. You were a monk being like, I'm going to like be so disciplined about this. And now I feel like it happened yesterday. And
Yeah.
now all of a sudden we're like, oh, fuck, we have to like, in a way, like relive what happened and then also like package it into a way that like feels good for a soundbite.
Right. And promote and sell the thing. And it's just like, it takes this transition from being this intimate really real feeling thing
Mm-hmm.
to us talking about it like it's a product. And it's a very
Yeah.
strange shift, but I'm really trying to hold on to the humanness of it all and
Yeah.
kind of just like let that be what we talk about, because it's so exciting to be able to talk about it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like a press tour the way it has maybe when I was doing it for music or something like
Totally.
that, because it feels, I don't know, it feels different for a million reasons.
Of
Yeah.
course.
I don't know.
Because you know what we kept saying when we shot it was like, it just feels like we're shooting a little indie. Which
A little
is
student
crazy.
film.
A student film.
Right. Like
'Cause-
all of
yeah.
a sudden there's like a mark.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
There's like, I'm stepping on tape to do
Right.
Wicked. Like it's never been done like this before, and yet we're committing it.
Yeah, that wall broke when there was like a man on a hang glider with a camera in the sky. And it said like Daily Mail on a parachute. We were like, oh,
wait.
shit.
Yeah, so
Oh, sure. Sure.
No,
Oh,
that
it's
was crazy.
that. Yeah.
so someone flew in to try to get like footage.
Got-
Multiple people.
I
Got a
think I
lot.
actually saw it on Twitter and I was like, wait, what? It was like
That
literally
was
from like
crazy.
hundreds of yards away. Like
Yes.
I think you could hear you doing your like coloratura.
That was one of the rehearsals. And they were like all the way across the water. There was a little like river,
yeah.
pond thing.
Yeah.
And
There was a body of water.
I'm big on water.
Big or small.
Water sign.
One thing about Ariana, she knows her bodies of water.
This
No.
cancer, she
This
knows
cancer.
water.
Yes. She no.
And she'll talk about it.
Yeah, I will. Across the way,
Uh-huh.
there was.
We're gonna call it a brook.
There across the brook.
Over the brook.
Yes, there was a
gay
ladder.
guy.
And
Yeah,
a-
ladder.
There was a gay guy in a parachute
There was
with
a
a
gay
camera.
guy with a
The
camera.
worst kind.
And I
A
said,
flying gay guy with a camera.
Bowen, what are you doing over there?
Get down from there. We need you for the shot, damn it.
I was
I'm
doing my fanny coming out of the
kidding.
closet. But no, it was a guy. It was a guy
Oh my
sending a
God.
drone. It was a guy sending a
I
drone
can't
up.
believe this.
Yeah, but my favorite thing about it was like, I was like, I'm easy peasy. I was like, oh, it's, whatever. If Mark doesn't have a problem with it or John is okay, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to just like do my job. I'll ignore it and I'll block it out, blinders on, whatever. But like, a lot of people were concerned
Yes.
because it's a big deal,
Yeah.
for that to come out before it's supposed to come out. But no one really cared that much.
Did anything about it.
Yeah, they were like this. They were like this.
Well, what are they
"Oh,
gonna
are you
do
serious?"
exactly?
And I was like this. Yeah, no, totally. I think I heard that there's people, and I think I just saw some stuff, and they were like, oh. Man,
Dang.
well, from the top, everyone. And I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, that's amazing. That's really cool.
It is cool.
I was like, if you don't care, I don't care.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah,
'Cause
freeing.
And we love and we bless the people whose concern and job it is to like make sure things are like secure and safe and like not seen.
Absolutely.
But sometimes it is like other people kind of like working you up
Right.
into thinking that it's a huge problem when you're like, when deep down, like in your person, you're like, oh, it's fine. Like, I'll just keep doing what I do.
Yeah, and we were all kept very safe, and like
Yeah.
there was never any sort of like danger in that way.
Yeah.
And there's only so much you can do when we're shooting on these like massive outdoor
Mhm.
sets.
Yeah.
So instead of having everyone stress about it and become like anxious, like you said, and if there wasn't anything that we could do, we just started to have fun with it.
I know.
Like when the drones would come, me and the Munchkins would be like, "Hello," and then I started like taking my wand and being like, "Okay, that's enough. Like
Yeah,
go away." like,
yeah.
Trying to make it fun, but
I have
it's
a question.
crazy.
When did this happen? Like, when did you guys know it was friendship and not just like a colleague I enjoy?
I mean,
Mm.
I was so over the moon excited that you were going to be able
Doing
to do
it?
it. I called Lauren.
You did. You got
Yeah,
on the
did you
phone.
know
You're
about
gonna reveal
this?
I knew about
Is that
this.
okay that I
No
can I
reveal.
talk
no
about
reveal.
this?
It's almost like you're comfortable.
Well, because I knew that it was a huge, massive
Ask.
ask
Yeah.
and also probably an impossible one.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have any sort of resolution to pitch him, but I just called him and I was like, "Hi, Lauren. Oh my goodness, how are you?" And he was like, "Hello, Ariana. What's going on?"
Really
And I was
good.
like, is there any way? Is there any way?
We can
And
scoop the doll.
that was the most nervous
Yeah.
I've ever been. But yeah, we made it work.
He made it work.
You made it work. You exhausted yourself and worked yourself to the bone.
Yes. It's the only time that I've ever pulled like a pouty face in front of him to be like, I really want to do this. And then he was like, okay.
Okay, we'll do that again because it was cute as fuck.
Yes.
Show them what you did.
I was like, I really want to do this. And then I did.
But it
I
was,
basically did that.
It was
for you.
really tough what you put yourself through. But
Yes,
it was,
but no
you were
regrets.
amazing.
Zero regrets.
And I think the answer to the question is the minute you got there.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, oh my goodness, I hope that he is having the same experience that I'm having. Because I really want to be friends. You know what I mean?
It was a star shower when I saw you, when we met for the first
The
time.
stars
A
exploded.
collision.
The stars exploded. It was at Leavesden. We were doing
Yes.
rehearsals.
Yes.
And then I remember I was in my little room, I was reading a book, and then you came in and
barged in.
no, it was so
I was
perfect.
too excited. I was too excited.
No, you weren't.
I love it.
Cynthia came in and gave me Gruthers, and she was so fucking sweet. I'll never forget it. And then you came in, and then it was it was a meteor shower around you, and I was like, oh, this is so fun. I think the moment that it was friends, I think, was when we watched Mommy Dearest together, and then
Right.
VHS.
Yes. yes.
Ari
yes.
loves. You guys don't totally align on this, but Ari is a huge horror freak.
Oh, you're a horror freak.
I am. And
The way you said that, Ari is a huge horror freak.
Is did that sound bad?
no, great.
Okay.
I've heard a lot worse. But yeah, no, that's lovely. Thank you.
You're a horror
huge
freak?
kindness. A massive
Thank you.
kindness. Thank you.
What's your horror
Um,
pick? What's the best horror film?
I don't know. I really like.
What?
What are you?
Did you see the
I'm
What
thinking
are you
about-
giving?
You loved VHS, and I'm just thinking because I watched Smile last night alone in my apartment.
Smile 2 or 1?
Smile 1, because I want to
Oh.
see Smile 2, and Smile
Sosie
1
Bacon.
freaked
I would
me
go
out.
tonight. Let's go as soon as we can.
Go.
I wish I could
And
go.
how did you feel?
It was disturbing.
It's a good one. It's
You
a
like
really
it?
good one. I do.
Sosie Bacon star.
Love Sosie.
So fucking good.
She is a talent.
She's a talent, but God, that ending is crazy.
It's a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot.
So
but I love
apparently-
that.
I love that.
I love horror. Wait, apparently.
Well, because apparently Smile 2 also ends in a way that you're like,
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
You don't like though.
I get really anxious, upset, scared, freaked
That's
out,
okay. I got you.
frustrated, and
I
more.
got you.
She got
You got me. You're gonna protect me
Be
out
right
there. You know what? You know what I do though.
What?
Haunted house, and we just did the sickest.
Oh my God.
Talk about this. We were truly in the woods in Pennsylvania. We were
Where in Pennsylvania?
the Poconos.
The Poconos.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. So Sudie, Bowen, and I went just to get a little fall moment.
Right.
It was like an unassuming haunted house. It's oh, this is in the middle of nowhere. It's not going to be like a budget.
No, but
It's
those
not
are the
gonna be
ones. Those are the ones.
Those are the ones.
Those are the ones.
Those are the
because there
ones.
wasn't that many people there, which meant the groups when you're traveling through were small. It's not like Halloween Horror Nights where it's like
You have to sign a waiver.
30,000 people are there.
And you have to sign waivers and stuff.
See,
and
we
it's like-
didn't
Dang.
sign a
No
That's what I'm
waivers?
saying. That's what I'm saying. When there's no waivers, all bets are off.
Yeah, but
it's gonna be
usually-
scary.
It's going to be scary.
Usually, though, if they touch you, you're supposed to have signed a waiver. We were getting really
Grabbed.
harangued by these people, and I loved every second of
But
it.
that's what I'm saying. There's no waiver in place, so
No.
they really can.
So they
get
Wild
you.
Gotcha.
West, the Wild
Getcha.
Poconos.
Yeah.
We were in the Wild Poconos at the craziest haunted house you can think of.
I want to go now.
We
It
gotta
was
go.
what, 40 minutes long? How
40
long was it?
minutes.
I swear to God,
Whoa, no breaks.
No breaks.
no breaks, relentless horror.
How do you feel
How
about
much
that?
space did that take up?
It was
A
a big
lot.
footprint.
Was it like a 2-mile?
Yeah,
extravaganza?
It was a big footprint, like a compound, basically. It was. We stayed at this resort,
Oof.
and like the guys, like as they bring you in, they're like, okay, guys, so it's a bunch of actors, but they're just doing their job. So
Yeah,
no
these
need-
people work in the kitchen at the resort.
They
That's
said
what
like these people work in the kitchen, so it's low. So we were like, okay, so it's low stakes. Not at all. It was insane.
Well, they're letting it out.
They're letting it out.
They're letting it out.
Oh, the screams were not safe.
Right.
Let's just say they came from here.
Yeah.
It was like a woman flying out of a corner. What
Get to it.
It was you. I'll do it. It was like this. It was like, get out! Help, me out!
I love screaming.
And we were
I love
just
screaming.
That's divine.
the only way you can respond to that is with a scream at that level yourself.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we were
yeah.
just like, ah!
Right. I love when you scream
Yeah, he's the
Thank
best
you.
so
screamer.
much.
How do you feel as a professional celebrated vocalist?
Oh, wow,
What
sure.
is your?
Sure. Thank you.
Is this
Wow.
your,
This is
your
the first
first
time you've been
hearing of
told?
this?
That is, I needed that.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on screaming? Because some people, it's divisive.
How do you scream?
Oh, like that, like that.
See, and wait, for that to have happened in the second, wait, by the way, we saw how she screamed, and it's like this. It was giving the soft palate.
Sorry.
Yes.
Look at her. She cleans up her own iced
Look-
coffee.
look at
Ariana
her.
Grande, everybody.
Do we get that? Kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass. Oh, I loved getting that look
Real.
from her.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Gee whiz. Wait.
Whiz.
What is your opinion on screaming?
Yeah, how do you scream?
I don't, listen,
You're at Halloween Horror Nights, And something
She
like,
kind of did it though. She went, woo!
No, that's not my.
That's
That's
not
not
scream.
my. That's not that. I think it's like
you don't have to do it. I'm sorry.
I'd like to. I'd
Do
like
it.
to. I'd like to. Please, thank you. No, I'd like to.
We're gonna hear it.
Okay.
No, I don't know. I think it depends on the context.
Uh-huh.
But screaming is weird because sometimes I guess I subconsciously scream in a healthy way.
Yeah.
Because sometimes after I scream, like there were several scenes in Wicked where there's lots of screaming. And I was like, I love screaming.
Yeah.
But afterwards I felt like warmed up
Yeah.
or something. So maybe I subconsciously scream healthily.
Yeah.
But I actually don't know that I intentionally,
Yeah.
I mean, like, there are ways to do it, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's something I choose when in fear.
Totally. Does this inspire or motivate you to do a
Hmm.
horror movie like
well,
You know, it depends on the context.
Yes.
It depends
Yeah.
on the script.
Yes.
I'm not like a gore for the sake of gore person.
Totally.
Okay.
And I also like, I don't know, I would want to do a great job. I'd want to
Yeah.
do an incredible job.
Of course.
So it really depends. If I could lend myself to the character in a way that I felt would be really purposeful and great,
Yes.
yeah.
then sure. But
For
you
a
know,
dream project.
but I like horror that is
Psychological.
thoughtful. Yeah, thoughtful, not just
Yeah.
blood for fun.
Yeah.
Totally. What would you categorize VHS?
Blood for fun.
Blood for fun. Title of that.
Title of that.
What would you categorize VHS as?
Oof. I mean,
No, we don't have to talk about it.
really
It's actually
rough.
a really
Why
rough
did I
movie.
make you watch that?
Because you were being a good friend and I was going through a hard time.
But that's like not the thing to watch when you're going through a hard time.
Absolutely it is.
It's so anxious
cathartic.
making.
It was cathartic.
Did you feel better afterwards?
You sure weren't thinking about whatever you came there thinking about.
Period. And also we did
It's
actually
really scary.
we didn't enjoy
Yeah.
we didn't not that we didn't enjoy the whole thing, but we did not stick with it because at a certain point Ari goes,
I've never seen the whole thing.
off.
Yeah.
I've never
Do you
seen
turn
the whole
movies
thing.
off before they're over a lot?
No, just VHS.
Yeah.
No, because it's little vignettes.
It's vignettes.
It's vignettes, and I love the first vignette because this like fierce goblin woman like rips seven
Yeah.
dicks off and
Right.
flies
Fierce
into the
goblin
sky. Like,
woman.
she's
Period.
just like it's really cool.
It's
and
Yeah.
her face
Rose.
splits and she's
Yeah.
gorgeous and cool and like kills.
Are you going to see The Substance?
I am gonna see this. I'm dying to see it.
Yeah, I heard it's
Yeah.
incredible. Everyone I'm talking to that's seeing it is like, I can't stop thinking about
I
it.
need to see it.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see it.
October 31st on Mubi.
But that's not my favorite horror film. I feel like
Yeah.
that's gonna like lead people to think I don't know.
would you
Do
like
you
to
have a favorite? Would I like to address this problem?
Yes.
What's your favorite horror film?
I'm not I don't know it too well. I'm not very literate, but I think I'm going to say, oh God. Recently, I really did love,
Oh, are you going to say
what?
the one?
No, not The Hills Have Eyes.
No, girl, please.
No way.
Not that.
No.
The one that
There's-
was, it was like the demon came out of her head. The one that was on HBO Max.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? What, Malignant?
Yes,
Malignant.
Was that good?
Malignant.
Because didn't you love Malignant?
I didn't see Malignant.
Joel loved Malignant.
Joel loved Malignant. What was the other one?
That's such a joyfully chaotic scene.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's crazy.
See, I appreciate complete insanity. Back when I was watching them, like, if it would get completely absurd, like, I loved Saw, the first Saw.
Right, because it's so brilliant.
It's brilliant.
It's
The
so
ending,
brilliant.
the way it comes together in the montage, I was like, oh my God, I didn't know I was watching art the whole time.
I can endure that much gore if it's
Yeah.
that smart.
If it pays
Yeah.
off.
If it's that smart.
Yes.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
Just to switch gears, I really have to apologize to you in person.
For what?
I opened my mouth up too much when we kissed on SNL.
You absolutely did. I was
Wait,
shaking
no,
with
really?
laughter. No, not in a bad way.
I'm so
not in a bad way.
sorry.
In just like a disarming way. Because you know what? Like the rehearsal.
chemistry was so good.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I mean, it comes from a real place.
I know it does.
But I kissed you too much.
You know what? That's okay.
No,
and
it's
I
not.
know we were really
And you were
dropped
thinking
in.
about that?
We were dropped
We
in.
were dropped.
We
and I
were
watched it
dropped
back.
in, and it felt like what these people needed at that time. It felt like what these characters
It was motivated.
required.
Yeah. A little
And
open mouth.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I just. Should we talk about like how we arrived at? Because there was not a kiss originally.
Right, no, there wasn't a kiss
Whose idea was
originally.
it?
Well, here's the thing. Go
No, you
ahead.
go. You go.
No, I mean, when we rehearsed it, a little, I don't know,
Something
thought,
went on.
yeah, in my head, and I was like, I didn't say anything because I was like, oh, everyone's gonna think I'm absolutely insane and too comfortable.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, how funny would it be if we kissed at the end?
Yeah.
And then Bowen texts me a few hours later and was like, it's totally fine. This is way too crazy. But we were talking and thought it would be so funny if we kissed at the end. And I was like, wow.
What if we kissed?
Thank-
Talk
I'm-
about that.
Yeah, I was
And
like,
you were-
wow, I was thinking that. I'm so sorry.
And you were immediately on board.
Yes.
So do you rehearse it? Do you do it in dress or like what's? Because I always feel like with rehearsing a kissing thing,
Oh.
I've only had to do it a few times, but it's like the rehearsal of it is like, are we doing it?
It's
Are we
so
doing a version
uncomfortable.
of it?
Right.
Like what is it?
Yeah, it's like, shit, are we reading for real this time? Or
Yeah.
Are we kissing this time or no?
So what was it?
We kissed in
Every
the dress
time.
rehearsal.
We kissed in the dress rehearsal, but I will admit,
We had a very grown-up conversation about it. We said, we doing it or not?
we did have a grown-up conversation
She
just
came
like
out
that.
a little bit there.
Doing
Joan.
it.
We
Dropped
doing it or
in.
not?
Drone.
Sorry,
That
just talking
was
about her,
Joan.
she comes out sometimes.
Yeah, that was Joan.
Well, are we doing it or not?
Well, I also have to apologize. I think in the grand scheme of things, I was maybe a little overeager because in the run through on Saturday, so on Saturdays in the
You wanted it.
afternoons,
Attractive
I
girl.
go.
Looking
Hey.
good.
I was like, so should we do it? I didn't say, do you want to do it for run through? I phrased it in like a leading way of like, should we? And you were like,
Shall we kiss?
No, I feel like, well, because we talked about maybe waiting till the real thing, just to
See
wing
what
it and see how it
totally.
was.
Get the
I was like,
real
let it be
moment.
on the live,
Yeah.
the first time. But then we were like, no, let's be adults. Let's rehearse it, just so we know
Yes.
how it feels, and not have that surprise on live television.
And
we
so
just did
your
it.
take on it, and just talk to me.
Yeah, absolutely, sure.
So his mouth was a little too open.
No, that came from him, not from me.
But you acknowledge,
But you
you said
agree.
you absolutely did open
It
your
was
mouth.
absolutely too open. No, I'm kidding.
It was a little too
I'm
open,
kidding.
but the
no,
chemistry.
But for the characters, I think
Yeah.
it was perfectly open.
I would agree. I was watching it and I'm thinking to
I did
myself,
start shaking, giggling.
Yeah. See.
Well, you got
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. I broke. I was like,
You're like, what is this
This is-
gay guy doing?
yeah, you're with
it
him.
seemed incredibly purposeful and motivated, and
Good.
it felt incredible.
As long as that's how it felt for the audience,
yes.
it's all good here.
Have you ever told Ari?
And no beef here.
Here.
It's official.
I'm happy we put it to bed.
Thank you.
Me too.
Meet the all-new Citroën EC3, the super mini proving electric's not just for the elite. Voted Car of the Year and Affordable Electric Car of the Year by Auto Express, this game changer delivers affordability without compromising on comfort, tech, or design. Order yours now from £21,990. The all-new Citroën EC3, welcome to the electric revolution. Search Citroën or visit your local Citroën retailer. EC3 on the road price includes VAT, delivery to dealer including number plates, government first registration fee, and 12 months vehicle excise duty.
Trev, I had a dream where I got this amazing coffee machine for Christmas, manned by a handsome barista named Trevor.
That's weird. He's got the same name as me, Connie.
At Argos, we've got all the gifts they're dreaming of. And with Click and Collect, you can pick up same day. There's more, hint, hint, to Argos. Same day collection subject to availability in selected stores.
Wait, can we quickly brief about how SNL was for you? Because that was
Oh my
a
gosh.
top tier A+ all-time perfect episode.
Thank you. It
really was.
Thank you. I had the time of my life. I would have done it right after we finished at 1 a.m. again.
Yeah.
Like, I really love being there. I love every single person there. Like, I just had the loveliest, best time with everyone. And I love laughing. I love comedy. I love bits.
You're so good at it.
Thank you.
And also you can
Thank
tell it
you.
leads from a joy that you have to do it and like a motivation to like work hard and get it right. And I also can't believe you've only hosted twice. You give the energy of someone that's been there
That's
again
so
and again.
nice.
It throws
That is
back
so
to
nice.
like how good JT was at the
JT.
show back in the day of like, coming in. Like, what do you think it is that prepares you to do something like Saturday Night Live so well?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I mean, that's really nice. I think I find like a comfortability in getting to know everyone. I love getting to know people when I come to a place. I want to like befriend everyone and be open. And when you're meeting all the writers and collaborating with everyone is super just kind of open and
Yeah.
talk about where you can go, like when you trying things and whatever. It just is a really safe and fun experience. I don't know. It's like constant, but it's the best. And it's so much
Yeah.
fun. And I think I just love comedy. So maybe that is like why I was so excited to go. And I felt very excited. I think when it comes to doing big, exciting things, sometimes, you know, it can become like a scary, daunting thing. But if you hold on to excitement and gratitude and let that like fuel the whole experience, it can really change the tone of everything.
Right.
It's something I like learned in my late 20s.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. It felt
the
really
return
fun.
to Saturn brought joy.
Oh, yeah.
It brought comfort.
Yeah.
Texting with Bowen constantly.
Your friend
Having a literal best friend there.
Yeah.
And in the weeks leading up, I felt like I was bothering you because
No way.
it's my turn to apologize now. And I felt like
Ariana Grande.
No, I felt like I was I felt like I was blowing you up because I couldn't stop like texting insane like ideas for bits and like silly things, and I was just so excited to get there.
Yeah,
so maybe that's why. I think when you're excited about work,
the people,
and your work,
the work,
it shows. I don't know.
Team.
Yeah,
almost like it's like, and with Wicked too. And I was just gonna like posit that maybe like when you get the audition for Galinda, right? That has to be a thing where you're like, holy fuck, like it's something I've thought about for a very long time.
Yeah,
like it's one of those roles that's going to be, someone's going to get it and it's going to feel like, yes, incredible, that person, but like a little part of you is like, oh God. And so when you get that audition, I wonder, is it all just like joy and like, how do you approach the comedy of something that's so iconically done and like you respect, but you bring yourself to it because you do that.
Yes.
Well, thank you. I think it's kind of like, it was one of the most important parts to me was finding that balance between like honoring the iconic Glinda that we have had on the soundtrack for 21 years and the role that was like written really by Winnie Holtzman and Kristen Chenoweth, like, you know, honoring what made it so iconic, which is like the original material and, you know, people, while also kind of like bringing myself to it. And it's interesting because knowing something and being a fan of something for such a long time is very different than having to become it and sort of take it on. So I don't know. I mean, a lot of just like trying and playing and reading the script 100 times fully through, even before the audition, like not the movie one, the Broadway one. So that sort of, you know, choices of my own could come through and finding new truths to little beats and moments that play differently on stage because this isn't the stage show. And finding that balance was, of course, the most important thing because I know as a fan of it how important it is to walk that line.
Yeah.
And that's really all you can do is the homework and also trial and play. I have my amazing acting coach, Nancy Banks. You know, we did a lot of playing and grounding my vocal placement and even finding like, okay, like what inflection, how far do we want to go with it, and older vocal versus younger Glinda vocals, and what's the tonal shift when she's young versus when she's old. And, you know,
incredible
just
work
playing.
in that regard too. Like
Thank
I have
you.
to say, one of my favorite things about the movie, just holistically, and I think it's so funny that you guys didn't chemistry test because the chemistry between you two is just nuts. And one of my favorite things about a vocal choice in that movie is that Cynthia is like singing her whole part very clean until you get that note, and it has so much gut in it.
Well, it is a war cry.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that like ends it, and you know that everything has changed in the way that note is sung.
Yes.
And that intentionality
Is just brilliant.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I was in the room. I got to be there. Can
When
you
she
imagine?
actually like was doing it, like you mean the studio?
Yeah, to hear her sing Defying Gravity. I mean, I was there when she did the rehearsal tracks.
Yeah.
But, you know, I was also on set when she was
Right.
flying above me, singing,
Defying Gravity is,
you know?
You had to be there to witness it. And also just like, this is not a spoiler, but it does cut to Galinda pretty frequently during that moment.
Yeah.
And I think the way because you have an impossible thing to do in that moment, which is just to like internally project that outward as everything in your world and your circumstances changing. Like even hearing you just talk about the prep and the consideration that went into this, like you have the most expansive knowledge of this character, and like thank God it's you because you're like rising to every occasion with it. Like you rose to the audition, obviously
you.
in such a storied way. Like I love the lore behind it now that people know about, and
Thank you.
I just
That's
know,
kind.
yeah, it's fucking amazing.
You know,
Thank
that
you.
the movie is like about, you forget sometimes, like especially seeing it now in the way that you guys have like made it brand new, like you really remember what it's about. And it's about like speaking truth to power and how hard that is.
Yeah.
And what your character is going through, what Glinda is going through at the end of at least this movie is she's not able to be strong enough yet to really be a face of like dissent and rebellion. Like she's seeing a truth and it's like the journey that you have to go through there of like, I know what's right, but I'm just not there.
It's also
like-
just like a different, I mean, yes, but also there's a different version of that, which is that she is strong enough to know that she will never choose that because she can't. She doesn't have the tools and
Right.
she knows what
Wow, that's
is
so interesting.
important to her.
Yes.
And it's like, it's not that she's not ready to do that. It's just that she's not a person who's going to do that.
Oh,
And having the strength to know that oh my God, annoying. I'm so
No,
sorry.
no, I am so curious about what you're
No,
experiencing.
it's just like emotional because it's like, of course it's acting and I'm not going to, whatever. We
Don't reduce
hit
it
our
to
marks
that.
and we do our thing and we sing our songs and we do what we're supposed to do. But it really felt so real and it feels how it feels in real life when you really love someone, but the paths that you need to take for your own truth and life and who you are, it's like you can't actually continue growing together. You're growing apart and you can still love that person so much and acknowledge that that's going to be best for them, but it's not going to be best for me. So I do have to not self-abandon in this moment and I have to stay where I am.
Yeah.
And I want you to go there, but I can't join you.
Wow.
So I think it's certainty. I think she's really sure in that moment. And I think that that's strength.
Yeah.
God.
I don't think that it's that she's not strong enough to go. I think that she's strong enough to not go.
Right. Because this is not to switch gears, but like there were so many moments. There was one moment, I think it was during the I've Been Through.
I've been through.
It was during the I've Been Through scene where like we were just like ad-libbing and I forgot what I pitched you, but I was like, okay, maybe like we do our dance from school and like, I don't know, like I pitched you a line and then you looked me in the eyes and this was done with such love and care and respect.
Wait, what was it?
I pitched you like a stupid fucking line of like we do like an accent or something, and then you look me dead in the eyes and you go, I'm not gonna do that.
Did I really?
It was so funny. We were dying laughing because I was like, oh, of course. I was like, it's like this is me playing too much with my friend. I was like,
I'm not gonna do that.
she's playing Galinda in the Wicked movie. I can't tell her to do bits.
Well, you can.
Yes, you can.
No, but literally,
we always tell each other what to do
we
bits.
always did that. But at that point, it was like 4 months in to
Do you remember the
process.
strawberry bush?
The strawberry bush.
What's the strawberry
shit
bush?
broke me, and John can't find it. But I've been anxious to see it forever.
So in the scene when it's Dilliman's classroom and Dilliman's giving the lecture about like the history and like what happened.
And food grew scarce.
Right.
And,
He's like,
he's saying it.
It's like food grew scarce and people were angry. And then what's the line? Like, what do people...
And people were looking for, and she's like, something to...
Someone to blame.
Yeah,
Someone to blame.
someone to, and then something to whatever. But there's one about food.
There's one about... So yes. So, oh, yeah. So he was like the Great Famine occurred and...
Right.
And people wanted to... People were very angry.
People were looking for something to...
People were looking... And what do angry people look for? And then Elphaba says, someone to blame. But then...
It was on
our coverage. On our coverage, it was a 3-shot of me, Bronwyn, and you. We did an ad lib. It was like, and because he mentions the famine, and then what do angry people do? What do angry people try to find? I'm butchering this.
It's terrible.
And then I go, I'm ruining this.
No.
Literally, it's that setup.
He said like a strawberry bush or something.
Strawberry
and
bush?
I smacked him laughing.
You were like,
I
yeah.
literally,
Strawberry
I
bush.
took my paper and I smacked him with it. Because it was hell. It was so good. I wish it were somewhere.
We have to
but
find it,
We
John.
have to find it. The strawberry bush.
the
cut.
strawberry bush was incredible, and also so was when Nessa flies up in the
my
sky.
That's my scream.
I know that's your scream, and that's your scream, and everything is flying around, and things are falling, and the thing falls on the ground.
And what are you doing?
And then literally, I'm like, oh!
I know how you scream.
It was the best
so powerful.
time.
It's so stupid.
It was the best thing ever.
Before we ask you the question that is the central question of this podcast, I also want to say one other thing, which is that this scene of the year for me is Dancing Through Life when she comes into the Ozdas ballroom and that moment. Wow. Can you talk about shooting that?
Yeah.
Like what was that experience?
Well, I mean, first of all, I love the little shot of her peeking around the corner, like with her little hat, and she's so excited and whatever. But it's hard to describe because how it feels to watch. Picture that a solid 12 hours of that. And
4 days or something.
Yes.
Like three days.
That particular section, the main bulk of it was like 1.5 days, but it was like 1.5 days of utter pin drop silence. And every single person in the room was absolutely just right there with Cynthia and kind of holding a very warm space, you know, for how much she was giving the whole time. And it's such an isolating and painful scene, you know, and even if you're acting, you know, it's just like, it's such a heartbreaking feeling. And I had such flutters and butterflies that whole day, and it's just like holding space for her, and then having this guilt and this realization that I'm responsible for this, and just sort of like looking at a friend and trying to course correct it just so much. It was a really intense day, and I feel the same feelings when I watch it back that I did in the room on the day. It's
emotional to watch.
Yeah, it was a really intense day, and she's so beautiful in it. And I just remember at the end of like the 12th hour, me and Mark and John all just like took her aside, and we were like, "Go home, go home." And it was just a very, very, very powerful, emotional day, and she did such beautiful work, and everyone just held the safest of spaces for her. And I like feel it when I watch it back. Certain scenes, like when they start happening, my body has like a physical reaction. When she peeks around that corner, I like get anxious for what I know is going to happen because I know how it felt on the day. And I think that's a sign of what beautiful work was done, because I feel like when you watch it back, you feel how it felt in the room.
And it's a wonderful reminder that you were so dropped in and present in that span of time, which was a very long time. And I say 4 days because it was like with all the Ozdas stuff.
Oh, yes, with the dancing and stuff.
But
I'm talking about this part.
Yes,
I thought we were talking about that part.
The loneliness
Yes.
that Cynthia is going through of, I'm gonna, have this dancing moment. And everyone's watching her being like, what's happening? And it's your realization that like, this is a human being who I've hurt. And now I'm going to show up for her. And the really wordless connection that you guys foster in that moment is so beautiful. And everyone's going to love the movie so much, obviously.
She's so unfathomably spectacular in this film.
It's so great.
The choreography, I actually, even though we rehearsed it like once or twice before that day on set, I never learned it. Like I didn't want to remember it because I just literally wanted to be like following her hands and like letting her lead the way. Because I felt like the more awkward it looks on Glinda, like the more beautiful it can be. You know, we're both just like little like wild deer greeting each other and trying to figure out how to speak the same language. And it's so beautifully awkward, and I love it very much.
It's very successful.
I love her very much, and it's a ride, this movie.
It's
Going
so
from that into
great.
Popular is such a ride. And then back again, and then back again, and it's just like, it's a wild ride.
Popular is
It's everything.
Everything you
crushed.
want it to be. God, you're so fucking good.
Thank you. Wait, can I just share one more of my favorite memories from the Ozdas Ballroom?
Yes.
Other than the fun stuff that we did, the dancing and everything in the Ozdas, we had so much fun in the Ozdas Ballroom. It really was like a week there.
It really was a week.
It was a week, yeah.
Yeah.
But they gave us these like universal iPhones for behind the scenes stuff. It was actually only one, and I think you and Bronwyn had it
Bronwyn
for
and I
that
had
week.
it for a day, for that whole week. Yeah.
And I just remember the vibe that day, and Bronwyn and you both being like, not
because it
not this time. Because we were like, but, you know, like this is intense shit, and everyone's like, okay, we're at the Oscars ballroom. The dance is happening. Like, no, we're not. It's not the day, actually, for that.
What's
it's
up, guys? This is Bowen Yang, and I'm so excited because today is the day.
Hi, day 14. We're here at the Oscars ballroom.
We're about to group bully Cynthia Erivo for 3 days straight. I was like, are you kidding me?
They were like, are you guys getting fun stuff? And it was like, no. It was not today, in fact.
Not today. It was like universal social media people,
so
lovely,
sweet.
Doing their job, like being so accommodating.
I just remember you and Bronwyn being like, not right now.
Well, because it also is a little bit your character's like, because your character doesn't get it. And by the way, you play a really good natural bully. You really do.
And can I say, your coverage in the Oscars, I remember I got to sit behind the monitor and watch you and Bronwyn experience that scene.
Yeah.
And it was just so beautiful. You two are so
I love her.
Brilliantly hilarious, but also just everything was so palpable. The shift, it was so funny and so beautiful, and I loved it. I have an iPhone video of that whole take if you'd like it.
Oh my God! Well, because you had the iPhone. Oh,
I sure do.
That wasn't the universal.
No, this is my
iPhone.
personal one. I filmed everything that happened in the whole 2 years.
It was
well, that was against the rules.
I understand, but I'm a very honest thief.
He sent me some videos from the set.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Don't tell.
Can I say?
Yeah.
Well, it's over now. What are they going to do? Edit you out?
Oh, I hope not. I perished the thought. But like, not to place myself in that moment, in that scene, that very intense scene, but like, I kind of feel a degree of that same thing where I watched it back and I was like, God, I feel like absolute shit. Because even in doing it, because acting is acting, whatever. But even in like bullying Cynthia throughout this movie, like there were so many times where I went up to her and I was like, I'm so sorry. This feels so rotted in my soul to treat you this way.
Right.
I think it's just a testament to like the way she's being so completely raw and beautiful and vulnerable in every frame of this. And God, you couldn't ask for two better people to do this.
That's beautiful and kind.
Let's ask you the question.
At B&Q and TradePoint, our biggest ever Black Friday deals are here, including 20% off kitchen cabinets and selected worktops, plus 20% off baths, bathroom wall panels, and shower trays. Shop in-store or online. You can do it when you B&Q it. Exclusions apply. Ends 2nd of December, subject to availability. See DIY.com.
At Banham, we understand the things in life that mean the most to you are the things you most want to protect. That's why for almost 100 years, the owners of Britain's finest homes have entrusted us with their security. Today, you too can trust Banham security experts to keep your family protected, whether you're at home or away. So if you're considering improving your doors, locks or alarm, visit banham.co.uk and we'll be pleased to advise. Upgrade your home security to Banham.
Ariana Grande.
Okay, sorry.
What is why are you apologizing?
Because I am dilly-dally. I'm taking us miles back.
I know.
I still have so much more to say about everything.
We'll talk about it. We got to talk about Figment.
What's the one question?
The one question we have to ask you is, what was the culture that made you say culture was for you? If you can look back in your life and you think Ari Grande became Ari Grande as a result of this influence, this thing in pop culture, this moment, whatever it is, can you speak on that?
Yeah. I mean, I think musical theater.
Yeah.
Like, I think Sherry Renee Scott is my answer.
I love that answer.
But
did you see Aida?
I did. I mean, I loved the soundtrack. I was really little. I don't think I actually saw it.
I saw it with Toni Braxton.
But oh my God, work.
Can you believe?
No, but I saw her in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, that's life-changing to see. She's the best in the world.
Yeah. You look at someone doing musical theater at a level like that and you're like, oh, well, I'm watching the most talented person on earth.
Yes. I mean, her and Kristen and Sutton Foster and just these like ladies who I grew up just listening on repeat and just like my musical theater goddesses, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Does it feel
like...
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess my question for you is like, you know, I'm watching Wicked and I had that feeling of like, well, she needs to act more.
That's
But then also at the same time, it's like, you are probably the most like
just important, gifted, like relevant pop artist.
No.
But let me say it because I believe it. And then you're like, does Broadway fit into that? Like, is it something that would make sense for you? And is it in your heart to actually go to the stage and do that?
It is my heart. You know, it is like, I'm going to say something so scary. It's going to scare the absolute shit out of my fans and everyone. But I love them and they'll deal and we'll be here forever. I'm always going to make music. I'm always going to go on stage. I'm always going to do pop stuff. I pinky promise. But I don't think doing it at the rate that I've been doing it for the past 10 years is where I see the next 10 years.
Good for you.
I think I love acting. I love musical theater. I think reconnecting with this part of myself who started in musical theater and who loves comedy, and it heals me to do that, finding roles to use these parts of myself, you know, and put them in little homes and characters and bits and voices and songs. Like, it really does in a different way than songwriting and writing about my own pain, because it's just kind of like constantly reliving that one thing that you wrote the song about, or that is, you know, and finding a character and putting the pieces there and finding little homes for them there. And then them coming back and feeding you and teaching you new things through performing the act of being Glinda, whatever, you know, and taking pieces from her back. It really feeds you. Yeah. And I think that I would love to, in whatever makes sense or whatever roles that we see fit or where I could really do a good job or honor the material, I would really love to, because I think it's a lot better for me.
Yeah, I hear you. Especially because but I want you to know, like, when, and I've been listening to, I will listen to you all the time, but like, so many of my favorite songs of yours, I can tell are unbearable for you to put out there. Like, I won't even say the song title.
No, oh my God, I'm fine.
I mean, imagine. I am
fine.
I wish I hated you. Like, I had such an experience, and I have my own theories about like what We Can't Be Friends is. Right. But I think the video like is something that spoke to, I know me personally and so many people in such a visceral way. And there's that moment in the video, which by the way, is the video of the year, and everyone knows it.
Thank you.
So there's that moment where you hesitate in the process of having your memories removed, and it's like, I don't want to let go. I'm actually uneasy. Like, maybe my pain is really important, and if I lose that, like, where am I going next? Like, it's scary. And I think that that's such a specific thing to get across, but like has to be painful to literally fixate on the idea of eternal sunshine, because the idea is that we feel this way. We want to create something called eternal sunshine because we're fixating on wanting to remove those emotions. Right. And yet here we are literally performing them. And I think that you're so sensitive and such a, you know, what you could say Cancer vibes or whatever, but like you're so in tune to your work and you're so giving of yourself that it has to feel fucking exhausting. And so if you have other talents and other like interests, like I get that. I love you back.
That was such a thoughtful parade of like thoughtfulness. I love you. Thanks. Yeah,
I hear you.
He's good at that. He's good at the thoughtful parade of thoughtfulness.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Good job at talking, Ariana.
No, that's not me.
But no, I guess what I'm saying is like, it's not, the thing is, I'm not even asking you a question. I guess I'm just acknowledging and seeing, and I want you to know that as your fan, like, we just want you to feed yourself. And like do what makes you feel good and evolve.
I love you.
And you are evolving. Like in this movie, like I'm telling you, like now am I gonna cry? Like I just feel like it's so amazing to see someone do something they were born to do. Like, and I don't know, I've always felt like, especially because you've been such a good sister to my sister, I just like want you to be happy and I root for you.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Man, oh my God, are you okay?
I feel, you know, you're just, but this is like what you do. You're such an available, open, and emotional person, and I deeply.
We're so far away. That was weird, but but thank you for taking the risk.
Oh my God. By the way, you yanked her down.
Also, I think my chair is like cemented to the ground.
No.
Okay, I'm kidding. I got
that. Just reminded me of when I did Celebrity Wheel of Fortune with Paula Abdul. she's so small that she would do the wheel and the wheel would take her.
Take her. Yeah.
So it was like she's in the middle and like I'm here, like this is Paula. She goes, all right, here we go. And like flew away and like her leg went up. She was a good sport about it.
But can I just thank you for saying that, just because it was so incredibly kind and I really appreciate it and I am going to carry it with me. Art also is what feeds me.
Of course.
So in whatever capacity it is, I'll always be doing and creating 6 different things at once. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't see that going anywhere. I just see it kind of like shifting and becoming a little different.
Write chapters. You know what I mean? Like I'm thankful to you for Positions because that was my fucking fuck album for the pandemic. And I'll look you in the eyes and say,
oh my God.
I'm telling you, there's not a better piece. Like, thank you for R&B pop.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She can't handle that part. We can be locked in.
I opened my mouth too much.
No, I know. But like,
You really didn't. It was beautiful. The characters needed it. But yeah, thank you. Thank you. That's such a funny thing. The life cycle that album has taken, because when it came out, it was kind of like
bizarre.
It didn't go so well.
Did it feel like it came out in a soft way, whereas Thank You Next and Sweeter had been such moments? Or do you care about that even?
No, not even like that. I just mean as far as like what my fans were saying and like as far as whatever.
Like they were
I feel like in the beginning of the Positions of it all, like it kind of was, I got a little, I'm not gonna like use this word and I'm bullied, but you know.
Yeah,
I just got like a little bit of this is not what we want vibes, I think. And I remember that really, I'm such a sensitive artist, whatever.
Yeah.
This is the point. You put art there so that people can tear it apart and do whatever they want with it or celebrate it or whatever. I understand. I'm very grateful and in acceptance to be here. When I preface this, I need to preface it with that because I know it comes with being an artist. But I also am a Cancer and very sensitive. So I just remember that really like put me in a cage of like judging every single piece. I like scrapped so many things that I was like gonna put out for it. And now people are just, they love it like it's the best thing I'll ever make. And I'm like, what is that? I'm like, how is that fair?
It takes people time sometimes, especially when they really get worked up in their heads that we're gonna get a certain thing and then it's a little different.
But I love them for it, and it's okay, and it's fine, and it's not mine anymore. And that's the thing that I also have to say because I am aware. It's like a part of it, and I'm grateful for the voices and for the passion. I am. I really am.
You release it,
but I'm also a person.
Of course, and so this is what makes you a true realized artist: is that you are incredibly emotionally intelligent. I think EQ. You're the highest EQ
Einstein
person.
EQ, period.
That is wow.
I think that like every artist, not every artist, but like it kind of is this fun little jewel now on every artist's like crown where it's like, oh, you put out a body of work that ends up being at the time mischaracterized or misinterpreted. And then over time it develops the patina and people are like, oh my God, this was always great.
It's strange to watch happen. It's kind of interesting.
But I feel like with what you're saying about being an artist, like, I mean, we've had conversations about this, especially when Eternal Sunshine came out, where we're like, God, this is really, everything is so considered. And I was even watching you do your makeup video for The Boy's Mind, and I'm like, and this is the stupidest question. But I have to ask you.
Okay. I bet
dumb.
it's not.
No. Because you're so good at makeup, do you have an interest or have you explored drawing? Do you know what I mean? Like you're so dexterous with your like you're able to no, look at me.
Bowen, I'm not dexterous.
What if we have crayons and we're just like,
could you draw?
Will you consider
drawing
us a picture?
Painting me today. He brings out an easel and some oil paint. I paint with my dad sometimes.
Yeah.
We do like little like paint and sips sometimes.
Oh, that's
really
so
cute things like watercolors. And I painted for Cynthia actually. I painted a cute little thing of Munchkinland. And it's like the tulips with the yellow brick road up the middle. And then there's a little bubble in the sky. And there's a green, like, cloudy behind it. And a little, tiny little Elfie and the monkeys behind.
Oh, cute.
So I painted that for her. But I don't have that much time to color or paint, so I don't, but I love to, and I'm very creative. My dad is like an artist in every way, graphic designer, photographer, painter, yes, and he's super creative in that way, and I thought, that's so nice. No one's ever talked to me about painting, but coloring before.
Right, but I'm saying, like, it makes sense to me. Like, you're so precise with the hand.
Coloring's amazing. I love a coloring book.
Adults need to color.
I love a coloring book, especially like when it's a funny concept. Like
I just bought the one of Oz for Cynthia.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
And the thing is,
my mom.
What was the way I said that? And the thing is that when you get like a Wicked coloring book, like you kind of think like, oh, I know what everything should be. And so then you just do it your own way. Suddenly, Elphaba is not green, she's purple. Think about that for once.
But my mom recently was like, oh, is that a coloring book? It was that she came over and I was like,
I haven't seen one in a long time.
And she self-proclaims, I haven't seen one of those.
I haven't seen one of those in
a while. But no, she says she's not like creative and that she doesn't like things like that, but she loves it. And I was like, Mommy, you don't need to be, creative. She's a business brilliant person, but I gave her the colored pencils and the coloring book, and she loved it. But also picture the character from SNL, and she was coloring so hard. She was like, I love this. And I was like, Mommy.
That was based in reality?
Like, oh, yes.
So
wait, should we talk about
the origin story of that?
So, and this is why, like, you should not apologize for, like, you did not text me a bunch before in the lead up. Like, this is, thank God you did, because, like, literally, like,
we're helping write the piece.
Happened
2 months before the show, before you came on. Like,
it was Labor Day weekend, and Hale, and my brother-in-law Hale's family was visiting, and we had a lovely, fun game day, and it was so fun and funny and sweet. And my mom is, by the way, the most generous, kindest, giving person in the entire world.
Yes.
She is like the hostess with the mostest.
Right.
You will walk in and there are like a million fruit trays and vegan options for the vegan people. The vegan people being me and Hale only.
Yeah.
And but even that, there's like, she wants to take everyone everywhere, and she's just the best. Yeah. She's the kindest, most generous person in the entire world. But
competitive.
Yeah. Ooh. And fiercely protective of her children.
Yeah. I see.
So even if we're playing, charades and whatever, you don't fuck around. So this is what happened. And I excused myself immediately to send a voice note to Bowen. I said, okay, well,
there's something brewing here.
There's
Could be something.
Here. Yeah, so we were playing charades. And Hale's brother, my brother-in-law's brother, who they're all so sweet, they're amazing, was like, ha, like, we're winning vibes. Like, that was the extent of it. Was like, he was like, hoo-hoo, we're ahead.
Throwing it back.
We're ahead.
Yeah.
And my mom goes, tiny dick syndrome, huh? And I was like this. Mommy.
Tiny dick syndrome, huh?
Mommy, wait, like, that's not funny. I was like, Mom, that's intense and harmful. That's like so intense. And we all were laughing. And of course, like, he laughed and everyone was laughing. But she was like, well, that's a sign of what that is. And I was like, Mommy, this is insane. And then I started doing it as a bit for Jesse, Hale's other brother. And he was crying tears, and like, it lasted the whole day. So I was like, Bowen, we have to do something with this, please. It's just so silly.
And my jaw dropped. I was like, Joan.
And also we have like a very aggressive game playing family too. I'm like the opposite. So where my mom and Frankie and Hale sit on the spectrum of, I'm an alien in my family a little bit, because I'm like, I don't care. I just want to have fun and I want to be there and I'm here for a good time.
Gotcha.
I'm okay. I just want to play the game. I'm happy to be there. I don't even know half the rules. I'm just
winning is not your culture.
No.
Being here is a great time.
Yeah.
And I miss everyone when I'm not home, and this is a great time.
Yeah.
Not for Hale or Frankie or my mom. It is real. It's real deal.
You're right.
Hale's a real gamer, though. He knows games that no one's ever heard of in the history of the world. He's like a genius nerd person who loves games. And Frankie can't lose a game. Mommy can't lose a game.
Because you know what? First of all,
they can't lose a game.
Ari's vibe on Jackbox
They don't
is
like it.
A++++.
I love Jackbox. We need to
You have
shred.
to do, please.
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
We need to do that.
Okay.
We need to do.
Jackbox, we need to get J and A.
Josh and Aaron to do Jack
See,
Black.
this. I see it in my mind.
I love them. I love your whole
They're the best.
group.
They're the best. They are really, truly are the funniest. Have you seen fucking Identical Twins?
I watched Dicks.
Or Dicks.
We watched Dicks.
Yeah, we watched Dicks together. It was. I mean, I'm obsessed with them. They're angels from heaven.
Yeah, that's like a truly fun game too, because really, who cares if you win? Like, it's fun if you win, but it's really more just about making each other laugh.
Yeah,
but
it's about laughter.
Frankie was about the points. It's always about the points.
He is about the points too. It was so funny.
You know what that might be though, because I also am like, I'm the oldest and I'm a gay son, so there's that little bit thing of like best little boy in the world. I'm gonna win the game because, like, you know what I'm saying? Is that might be a thing? Because you're not really competitive need to win.
No, never.
You're really not.
Can we wait? Sorry, I'm sorry. But speaking of Frankie, can we go see Rocky Horror while it's still happening, please?
How longer is it happening?
How
longer is it happening?
I don't know. Actually,
we'll go
tonight. That's it.
God, you know what I'm seeing tonight? Cabaret.
Oh my God.
I'm seeing Marty in Cabaret.
Really?
So
I'm so jealous.
I know. I saw it in the West End with Jake Shears.
Oh, great.
And it was great. And I'm seeing it again. I haven't seen it yet in New York. I love Cabaret. It's one of my favorite
Oh my God,
shows.
Are you coming to the screening tonight?
I wasn't told the details, and so I wasn't planning. I would love to.
I'll tell you the details.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually going to be really fun because it's going to be all the Broadway people.
But I wish I could
seeing it.
Be coming with you. We wish we could do both at the same time. I want to see Marty and Cabaret.
They're my favorite MC.
Really?
And
love that. I cannot wait.
What a beautiful person inside and out.
Oh, absolutely. Good vibe.
Absolutely.
Isn't it great when, like, because you're like a Drag Race fan?
Yes.
You watch every season?
I watch almost every. I mean, I try to. Yeah. I'm a big Drag Race fan.
Have you been judged twice. Or once?
Twice. Season 7.
Because I remember season 7 iconically, that was a really amazing episode the first time you were there, and they did break free at the end.
I wish I remembered more of that experience.
It's okay.
You were great, and they did break free, and it was Candy Ho versus Mama Who Won.
Mama Who Won.
Not who won the show, but won the lip sync. I'm forgetting her name.
Jaden Doerr-Fierce.
Yes, Jaden Doerr-Fierce.
Yeah, that was crazily the morning after we shot the Bang Bang video. And I had no sleep, and I came straight there, and it was like a full 12-hour day.
It's a surreal thing really to be. When we were there, we also had a really good episode.
We had a great episode, but those were long days.
Your episode, oh my God, yeah. No, it was beautiful.
That was fun. And we got Hallucinate by Dua was the lip sync, and we are screaming the whole time. When they cut to us and we are living the fantasy, because it was Jasmine Kennedy.
Of course.
That was really ripping it up.
That was a great episode. We'll figure it out. We'll go see it. Okay, so Marty, wait, hold on. We need to talk about something before we move on to I Don't Think So, Honey. And then
I can't even believe we're going to move on. Why could this?
I don't
should go on for
move
6
on.
more hours.
I know.
Can we do like a little more? What's
of course?
See? Hold on.
No one has to be anywhere.
It's 2:20. No one has to be anywhere.
You sure?
No, I'm
Are you
okay.
sure? Because this isn't like a press day for you, or is it?
This is a press day for me, but this is the most important part.
What else are you doing?
I do have to leave at 3. That's perfect.
Okay, no problem.
No,
you hear that?
It's 2:20. If I can leave by 3, we're good. I'll be completely early and on time.
You know what else you need to go see, and you need to go see is Sunset Boulevard with Nicole.
I know. I mean, that's everything I could want for a person. I love this moment for her so much. She is so in her element, so dropped in, so beautiful, so fucking talented.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I love that. The pictures of her in blood at the stage door.
It's iconic.
That's me. That's a mood.
You.
That's a mood.
But Nicole, I love watching someone.
She's
it's
so
like
brilliant.
It's like seeing you in the Wicked movie. It's like when you watch someone
and you go,
get the opportunity.
That's where they're supposed to be.
Yes.
How beautiful that it's happening.
And I'm telling you right now, I
That's
was
where
at
she's
the
supposed
opening
to
night
be.
of Sunset Boulevard. I sat next to Candy Burris.
Oh my God.
The legend. Like literally star-studded. So many people there, like sitting there watching her. And I thought, wow, she is stepping into destiny right now.
Yeah.
She's giving one of those performances
gives me
everyone
chills,
will always talk about. And it is amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful to see, even like from afar, as a person who hasn't even seen it yet. I'm like, oh, I know exactly what's coming.
Yeah.
We need to talk about Figment.
Oh,
we do need to talk about Figment.
So this is also another moment where I was like,
oh, we're supposed to be in each other's lives.
We're supposed
forever.
to be in each other's lives. And then I also thought, did I not tell you? I was like, you need to meet my friend Matt Rogers.
Yeah. That was actually the moment.
That was
we
the
need
moment.
to go to Disney together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Which one? Florida
I mean,
or
I'm
California?
an Orlando girly.
Okay.
I mean, I'm connected.
Me too. Me too. We share that.
Yeah.
Yes.
We share that.
I mean, okay.
And also, it's where the Tower of Terror remains.
100%. And can you speak on this? Because this is really important because, this
Figment.
came up with Mariah.
We mentioned you on the Mariah episode.
I saw
and speak
that.
on Tower of Terror. Speak on Disney.
Whoa. Okay. I want to speak on the Tower of Terror.
Yes.
Start there.
Because I love, and I respect the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Of course I do. I
see
think it's a
her.
beautiful
Experience.
a beautiful thing.
Love
And it's
that
a
little
great,
raccoon.
it's impressive. It's amazing. I'm like a big baby Groot person.
Yeah, I love it.
Really cool. I don't remember, much about her, but I love her.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I just think that it is so...
That was a zipper. That was not a fart. I'm sorry.
There was a noise over there. Was a noise down here, which could have gone either way.
No,
But I have to tell
I'm
you.
sorry.
It had to be called out.
No. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm sorry.
No, please.
This is
The space
chaos.
is yours. I'm in your home.
No, and you're literally about to meditate on Tower of Terror.
Please. Honestly, I'm glad that happened because something needed to break the tension of what I was feeling inside.
You felt
because
tense?
About the Tower of Terror.
You're angsty about this because you
I'm
feel
not
it's
angsty.
it's an
I'm
endangered
adamant.
species.
It's not angst. It's dire desperation.
Yeah,
It's like real desperation
Existential.
to protect and preserve what is the Tower of Terror.
Yeah, I believe it should be a historical landmark.
Absolutely. And I think it's really important and great that there is the Guardians of the Galaxy ride in California. I think that's perfect. And, Aurora's Castle, keep it, all of that's great. And I love that that's the first and it's there.
Yeah.
When it comes to Florida, when it comes to the Disney in Florida,
Don't do it.
first of all, we get Cinderella's Castle, which is,
So cunty.
also a landmark.
She's large and in charge.
Yes, she is. My mom tells us too often that she wants her ashes sprinkled over it. And I'm like, Mom, it's Christmas. Do we have to talk about this right now? And she's like, yeah, you have to make sure that happens. And I'm like, Mom, I don't want to make sure that happens.
Well,
Also, I think there's actors back there working and stuff. You're going to be sprinkled on people's heads who are dressed as Tinkerbell waiting for their cue.
Totally. There's like a hotel room in there. in
Yeah,
the tower.
absolutely. There's lots happening back there that I
I've
don't
heard
think...
it's kind of small.
Right.
I've heard the what you think the experience of staying in that.
I've
hotel
been in
room is.
there.
Have you?
I've been in there because I performed at the castle one
That's
time
right.
and I got to change in there, which was really cool.
Yes.
And it's really beautiful. And it feels very real.
Do you have a Club 33 membership?
I don't.
But you've been in.
I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been through.
Up and through.
I've been through. But yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Feels a little extreme to me.
Yeah, sure.
To have that.
What, the 30-year
Do
wait?
you- do you-
I've
do you have
I've
it?
somehow gotten in.
But do you have a
3
thing?
times. No.
Okay, no. It
But
feels like
I am the kind of mental illness where it's I will one day.
Sure.
I have a sick disease that no one can figure out what it is. Where I will go there. Something happens to me when I
If
go
you do it,
there.
I'll do it.
Let's do it.
I'm in.
We'll get on the list. Hey, put us on the list.
Yeah.
Whoever the powers that be.
Yeah, put us on the list.
Oh, but we have to make that happen.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Keep talking.
No, I think it's actually one of the most important things.
Yes.
It's art.
That it's staying.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you ever tell Ari about when we had to be evacuated?
It broke on us.
The tower?
It
We were on
literally.
a metric ton of edible. What did we do? The
Rice
Rice
Krispies.
Krispie treats.
Edible Rice
Oh
Krispies.
my goodness. And
We
it
were
broke down?
And it broke down, not as you're about to go in,
When she goes forward?
when she goes forward,
Right.
it broke down.
That's so scary.
And we were stoned out of our gourd, being like, yo, is this happening?
Honestly, it was
That's not
It was the
fair.
kind of thing where it
That's
was
not good.
we were
No.
between worlds.
Right.
While we were
Between worlds.
And so what they ended up doing was someone kind of comes in out of the shadows.
Out of the proscenium.
and goes,
No,
you guys
no.
need to get up
How
and
did they get
out."
up? Wait, how did they get in there?
Stairs.
Whoa.
So, and I hate an illusion being shattered.
I
But
know.
it was kind of fascinating because they go, you guys need to get up, walk into the Twilight Zone, and step out through the exit door.
Oh,
Door,
no.
take a real elevator
elevator.
down.
I don't want to know where the exit door is.
We're not going to tell you,
Don't
but
tell
isn't
me.
that crazy?
That's really crazy. I'm so glad that you're safe and that it was fine.
We're okay.
I hope one day you experience this.
I don't want to know where the exit is.
Oh, that's what
I
you
don't like when any ride breaks
Oh.
down. I mean, breaking news.
Yes.
Have you been down there to do the Guardians roller coaster in Epcot?
Amazing.
Another piece of
Amazing.
art.
That's what it should be.
Yes.
Glenn Close.
That's
Yes.
what it should be.
Glenn
That's
Close.
incredible. And,
Yes.
and the music is different every time.
Yes.
And it's just fabulous.
When Conga plays,
Crazy.
Crazy. Crazy.
it goes crazy.
Absolutely so glad you brought that up because I was going to bring it up.
Oh, this was funny. So we ended up going a bunch of times and I was like, God, I wish it was Conga. And they go, they say that it's going to happen in 2 things and they can put you on the train for conga. And we did it and it was the best. And then what was it that you wanted?
I really wanted Tears for Fears. Everybody wants to rule the world.
Right.
And we never got it.
They couldn't figure it out for Bowen.
No problem.
Oh my.
And it
Well, we'll have to go again.
We'll have to go again. On set on Wicked, there's a sculpted sort of thing, a gigantic sculpted
Jeff Goldblum.
A thing of Jeff Goldblum as the wizard.
Wait, do you remember when we discovered his head and we didn't know about it?
We didn't know. And then
Do you remember that?
I remember. I have pictures of it.
Yeah, because we were going for a walk.
We were going for a walk.
Talking about life.
And then we
we
happen upon this gigantic face of Jeff Goldblum.
Goldblum's face. And we were like, oh, dear God. Oh my goodness, Jeff.
Basically a 2-story tall sculpted face mask of Jeff Goldblum. And we're like, wow, this is crazy. And then it's in the movie. It serves a purpose.
Yes, it serves a beautiful purpose. But we just had no idea. And we were so disarmed by it.
Yes.
Was
Figment.
this Figment?
No,
this
Figment.
But in a way, one day we were on set.
We were on set and we were
and we were just like
talking about our favorite
characters.
Disney
And
rides.
you said you love Figment. Journey into the Imagination.
Yes, because we were like, oh my gosh. Like, no, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. We had said, oh my gosh. You know who I love? That Figment.
That Figment
my
guy.
Gosh.
No, get up, girl. Diva down.
Wait, no. Here's the actual question I need answered absolutely right now. If they were to add one of your songs to Guardians of the Galaxy,
I don't want, they don't have to do that.
Don't do that because I want it.
No, don't
Why
make her.
is it
Don't
into
make
you?
her.
Why is it into you? Can you imagine? So like I would be gagging.
You're like, I would love to ride the Ghostin' Guardians of the Galaxy version.
Ghostin'? No.
It's like, I can be needed. I was watching for some reason. Sometimes, as I want to do, I'll watch like old clips of The Voice.
Yeah.
Would you ever go back and do that again? And do you think you mostly did it because the chair spun?
So. No, but it was a perk.
It was a
good perk.
The theme park thing of this.
Yes, it's so
fun.
crazy.
Feels really fun to me.
It is really fun.
Clearly to you too.
You have to go do it at some point.
I would love to hit the button.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun. I got so emotionally attached to everyone. That's
you?
my problem. I can't really do that because I
like, if you went
really
back-
get in.
Yeah.
I really get in there with everyone, and I love everyone so much. I love meeting people, and I felt so invested.
Yeah.
And I still do. Like, I see them all on Instagram,
Do you
and I'm
keep
like,
in touch with?
yes. I mean, I've been busy. I haven't really been in touch with anyone, but I love them, and I'm in touch with them on Instagram. Like, I like their posts. I see their things. I see what they're up to. Bella had a baby.
Aww.
Sasha's putting out solo music. Sasha of Jim and Sasha.
Incredible.
And, you know, I mean, like, he sent me his project last year, and he's so talented.
Yeah.
And so I'm still in touch with some of them, but it's just like I get very involved.
Yeah, and also like for a non-competitive person, like the rest of those judges were really competitive. Like Kelly is really competitive.
I love her. I
She's
love
the
it.
number one
She's the best in the world.
Is she the best singer in the world? Like
She's
I think
fucking incredible.
It could be
Kelly
like,
Clarkson.
Yeah, it could be a thing.
Yeah.
She's unbelievable.
Just wild.
She really is one of the greatest vocalists that there ever has been ever.
So were you being like, you know, like young when she was on American Idol? Was that like a trip for you? Like, I wonder, like, when you meet these people that are like, you know, now your peers
Right.
or now these like,
gosh.
well, it feels probably odd to say.
It feels
because
crazy.
You as someone who's like a really reverent, like respecter of these vocal legends,
Good
like
vocals.
now to hear them, just to be able to engage with them, like,
Right.
how do you approach that?
I mean, so many things that have come to be in my life feel like such a dream. Like, I can't really fathom a lot of things. You know, even getting to know Imogen Heap, you know, just kind of meeting her was one of the best things that has ever happened ever. You know, I was so in shock and awe. The first time I went to go meet her, I thought it was being catfished.
Wow.
I didn't really think it was going to be her.
Yeah.
I was really scared, and then I got kind of like lost in the woods, and I was like, this is it.
Yeah,
I'm done.
It was in the woods.
I mean, well, the journey there.
Oh,
yeah. I'm not gonna like drop a
It was in
pin.
the woods.
I'm not gonna like drop a location.
She
you
said,
know,
meet me
in Emmy's house.
She's like, I'm in the Poconos.
No, but it really is a trip.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I just feel so deeply grateful because so much of the art that I have loved, I've developed an interesting relationship with, or artists that I've loved. And, you know, when they say, don't meet your idols, I've had so many positive experiences of that. Great. And I'm so grateful for that, you know?
Can I share what the moment was that I got to witness of you meeting Stevie Nicks?
Yeah.
It was for promos on Thursday. And
gosh. She had written me a letter a few years ago. So we had spoken.
You'd been in contact.
We had spoken once before, but we had never met. But sorry to interrupt.
No. And Ari and I were already on the floor, just like giggling, being stupid. And then they bring Stevie on. And I just kind of immediately knew to back away. Stevie took Ari's hands and was like, I have to tell you that I loved your video for We Can't Be Friends. It reminded me of so many people that I have come across in my life.
Probably brought Lindsay Buckingham up.
Sure, totally. And like, for whatever the song means, like for her to...
That was such a surreal moment.
I couldn't
believe anything. She's so kind, and so cool and so beautiful. I can't really get over what that was like, spending those few days together and sharing a space with her. Just such a warm, beautiful, good witch in every sense. You know, just overly generous, like overly friendly, overly kind. And I don't know, I feel like I love meeting people and talking, but sometimes I can go and overstay my welcome. I feel it. And I felt like I wasn't doing that. And she just wanted to keep going with me. And I was like, oh my goodness, we're both going and going and going. Yeah. And she's such just a sweet, kind energy. And I couldn't wrap my head around it.
What she's offering right now too with this new song, like I was watching an interview with her a couple days ago, and you know, the song is about like women like acting right now, and like, you know, us voting and fighting the fight, like, and really making sure that we don't lose rights. But she was really talking about it in a way of like service. She's like, she said this line in this interview where she was like, I was given this gift and I'm doing my job. Right. She's like, I'm out here, and you get the sense that it's just like, you know, she didn't have to do Saturday Night Live.
No.
You know what I mean? I would imagine that's a pretty daunting thing to be asked. And she spoke on how nervous she was. But you get the sense that she's like, no,
People need to hear this song.
I'm being given this opportunity. I have this to offer. And she kept saying like, you know, I tell a good story, so I'm going to go out there and tell the story. And it was just like, there was like a selfless, like artist mentality that she so clearly had and has had.
There's work to be done, and I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
She's unbelievable. Yeah.
There's a serviceability in what she does that she knows about. You know, she's like, I'm gonna like be the vehicle for this message. That's God. I just love her. I loved seeing you guys together. That was really
It felt
fun.
really special.
Yeah.
The BTS.
I love,
because I remember we got to be on the floor for Edge of 17. And so there was a moment where for some reason they had to hold it back for a second. Like I guess maybe some commercial was going too long or whatever. And there was a moment, but I was watching you guys interact with each other and like have a moment of play in that moment. And I was like, it's like obviously a cool live TV moment, like where they had to count down a few different times. But just watching you guys together was a really fun.
It was really
BTS
sweet.
moment.
We both kind of looked at each other. We were like,
yeah.
And it was very sweet.
Yeah.
And you know, when live things like that are happening, everyone gets a little like nervous, and we felt like the audience get a little tense too. So we started doing like a bit with them too. It was really fun.
You could play her in a biopic.
Oh, why?
If not to be like that should happen in the way that you can cut it if you want, but you could.
Oh my goodness, there are so many girlies that would be perfect for that.
Well, I'm just saying. Maybe one of the girlies.
Stevie should play Stevie in them.
Oh, there you go.
No one can do Stevie better than Stevie.
It's like when Fantasia played herself.
Absolutely.
Remember that? It was years ago. Fantasia played herself in her own biopic for Lifetime.
Yes.
Yes.
Genius.
Yeah.
Should happen more.
Do you remember when Cher played everyone in
West Side Story?
West Side Story?
Yeah.
Iconic.
Fabulous.
You could pull that off.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know what that meeting was.
You think it was just one meeting?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
With our final 20 minutes, let's cross into I Don't Think So Honey, because I Don't Think So Honey always provokes conversation and I want to leave room for it. So I Don't Think So Honey is our 60-second segment where we all rant, rail, and rave against something in culture that just bothers us. And it's a cathartic moment.
and we're all going to be made better for it. I have something that I'd like to do.
Okay.
I don't really have I haven't planned anything out. I just have my emotions on this thing.
Okay, that's good. This is Matt Rogers. I don't think so, honey. His time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. Calamari. Can I ask you a genuine question? Who actually cares?
I do.
You actually care about calamari. You think that I don't think so, honey, that it's ever different one place to the other. Don't get me wrong. It's a really good appetizer. There's no versatility. And if you get into being versatile with your calamari, what's going to happen is it's not fried. Then it's just like what? Boiled calamari?
Sure.
I'm sorry, but
I'm
no.
vegan.
It's boring. It's boring. The things we can do with other appetizers.
30
Look
seconds.
at wings. Look at my girl wings.
Oh.
You can have her lemon pepper. You can have her buffalo. You can have her barbecue. And I've only listed 3. I don't have time to list the rest. But what I'm saying is the versatility. Now, I hear you at home. Matt, what about buffalo calamari? You have a point.
15 seconds.
But you don't see it. You don't hear about it. Calamari feels like something that's on the table constantly. And I'm like, that's great, but are we just not using our imaginations?
5
Put
seconds.
Brussels sprouts on the table as an appetizer. I'm saying it, but
Yeah.
he is nodding. And I want to say, let's get more creative with appetizers. Seafood restaurants, I'm looking at you like, come on, let's get the raw bar together.
That's quite enough. That's 1 minute.
All right. That's
Wow.
I just feel, I don't think anyone agrees with me.
See,
I agree. I don't think. I mean, but I also have never had it. I don't want to eat them.
you don't want
Yeah.
to eat them.
I don't want to eat them.
I gotta
and
say-
I think it's better for the world.
Yeah,
But-
I hear,
but
I hear
also-
that deeply.
But to each their own.
To each their own. Because you're right, it is better for the world. I mean, when Natalie Portman came out with that documentary, did you ever watch her doc?
No.
Eating animals.
Eating Animals, it was what it was called. And it was so crazy to watch her do a press for it because she was like, listen, my documentary does talk about how it's much, much better for the world for us to not do it, but I'm not telling you not to. I'm just here with my documentary.
Yeah.
And like, watch it or don't. This is the choice I made for myself, but
She's
I
like,
will
it's
let
not
you know.
that you're wrong. I'm just right.
Yeah. It's not that you're wrong. I'm just right. Was really the vibe.
Which is a vibe.
Yeah.
2 things can be
For
true.
me, yeah, 2 things can be true.
It's not that you're wrong. I'm just right.
Right. Absolutely.
I'm right and you might be wrong.
I'm big and you're small.
What's that from?
Trunchbull.
Oh, Matilda.
Say the legend's name. Trunchbull.
Trunchbull.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should my thing be about the Tower of Terror?
Absolutely.
Should I read
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
Hold on, I
Wait,
have to get it.
Do you want to go and then
I'll go.
I'll go.
I'm
While
just
bring
pulling
up,
it
you
up.
pull it up. I do want to say, I want to push back and say that you cannot say that anyone who likes calamari is unimaginative when it comes to appetizers. I just think that
You don't like
all the sauces you named for wings can easily be slathered onto.
But you don't
an
talk
octopus.
about it like that.
I'm just offering up my rebuttal. That's all.
You
I've got
are you a
something.
calamari queen?
I love calamari.
Have you ever watched My Best Friend the Octopus?
Yes.
Oh, my octopus teacher.
My octopus teacher.
My Octopus Teacher. That's what it's called.
That's a movie
Good
for
job.
dads for sure. My dad loves that show.
For dads and me.
And dad's Ari.
You know what I've seen like 4 times? Blackfish.
Yeah, that's a doozy.
And I stay watching it.
Doesn't it stay with
No,
you
I
after
have
one?
a mental illness that
Yeah.
no one can tell me what it is, the things I do
Oh,
sometimes.
Twitter will tell you.
Oh,
They'll
my
tell you.
I know they will.
Oh, come on.
Oh, one day they all came for me. They were like, Matt has ADHD. And I was like, stop. And then I'm like, I do.
Absolutely,
No,
yeah.
you cannot.
They tell me I have a lot of things.
God.
And,
Guys, stop.
you're onto something. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. You're actually
down.
invasive and scary.
I put my glass
triggering.
on. I look at the computer. I'm like, what do they say I have? I write that down, that down,
Yeah.
that down.
God.
No. Just
Imagine.
wrong and loud and unhealthy.
Wrong and loud.
Yeah.
That's
Wrong
it.
and loud.
That's toxic.
You ready to be right and loud? With your
Yeah.
I don't think so, honey?
Yeah.
So here comes Bowen Yang. By the way, I was showing Ari the intermediate Mariah
Mariah.
playlist.
Very
This
good
is
playlist.
good
Needs to
stuff.
send that to me.
Yeah, I will.
That's a good one.
Okay, so Bowen Yang, locked, loaded, ready to rip, roar, and ride. I don't think so, honey. Time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. Ginger. I don't like the way you're shaped. I go to the grocery store. You're shaped like branched dicks, and I don't like how you slice into it and you leave it on the counter and it becomes stringy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Nigella Lawson describes Ginger as having a spicy warmth. I go, shut up. It is. It doesn't do anything. When was the last time a ginger shot kept you from having a cold?
Me,
Yeah, hi.
Damn it.
30 seconds.
It is It is not pulling its weight anymore. Ginger, you think it's the placebo, y'all. I'm telling you for a fact. It is not actually doing anything. You're eating something spicy and gross, and it's not actually good anymore. And Big Ginger is making all these candies now that make you feel like you're supposed to be healthy. No, I don't think so. Ginger, you're shaped weird.
5 seconds.
I don't think we're ever supposed to have eaten you. We're supposed to have let you grow in the ground and take roots.
That's 1 minute.
And be buried.
Look at the faces of your friends.
They're laughing. They're laughing.
It couldn't have been at us.
No,
I think they're laughing at us. If you're laughing at us, say woo! Oh no!
Oh no! Thank you.
Thank you,
guys.
Thank you.
Well, I think.
Well, now we're both embarrassed. You stand by your calamari. I don't think so, honey. This is a disaster.
Ginger
is fabulous.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I've always thought so until I used it for a dish yesterday, and I went.
What was the dish?
Yeah, tell us.
It was a curry. And
It has to be in curry, doesn't it?
You would think. Too much.
Well,
much too much.
Did you just put too much in?
That's on Ginger.
That can happen.
That's on Ginger.
Much like star anise, has a big presence, sucks up all the space in the room. Certain flavors really you can't share a dish with them.
No.
I think they're very self-conscious about it. I think star anise comes into the room and is like, hi.
Hey.
I'm sorry. It's good to see you guys.
Sorry to take up so much space.
And celery's like, fuck.
I don't think people know you as a culinary icon.
You are.
Has it been something you're holding back from the world?
Well, I mean, I don't think I'm a culinary icon, I'll say.
Giada is shook. Giada is shaking.
I do like to...
Don't you feel Giada shaking? I think Giada De Laurentiis is shaking.
What does Giada De Laurentiis have anything to do with
I think Giada De Laurentiis is watching this right now and being like, fuck, Ariana is good. She's coming for me.
She's cooking.
Yeah, she's cooking now.
I am cooking.
Yeah.
I like to cook. I do. I think that's enough of that. I don't think there's life there. I don't think that's interesting or adds value to this podcast. Who cares? Who gives a shit? What am I going to sit here and talk about like roasting mushrooms for the next 10 minutes?
Oh my God.
Problem.
Whoa. That's amazing. Tell more about that.
No, don't.
Well, you know.
I honestly, anyone
do you
cooking
like king oyster trumpet, like the trumpet ones?
The trumpet mushrooms?
Yeah, the trumpet ones.
I do like those.
There's so many different ways you can work those guys, you know?
They're beefy.
There's so many different ways you can work those guys, you know?
Sounded crazy. Especially about something that looks as phallic as it does.
There's so many different ways you can work these guys.
No, but you can make them into little like scallops.
Yes,
you can make them into scallops if you can saute them like that, or you can chop them.
I wish you were a seafood queen because you know where I want to take her?
Roast, like bake them in their little chips.
Yeah.
I'd love that.
I want to take her to Brooklyn Crab.
Oh, yeah.
I used to work at this restaurant in Red Hook.
You can't
take me.
You can't eat a thing.
No, you can have a drink.
I can have the sides. That's the one thing about being a vegan. You really get to know the sides.
Sides queen.
That's right.
It's like, can I have the sauteed spinach? Is it in butter? You know? You got to ask. You know.
Well, speaking of... I
told you that wasn't going to go anywhere.
Speaking of serving up a dish, here it is. So, are you ready?
Yes.
So this is the moment, and it feels like you've now thought...
Well, I didn't know what I was going to do, but I feel like now that we've talked about it, I should use my letter.
Absolutely.
Now is the time.
Use the letter. It's time for everyone to hear the letter.
This is Ariana Grande's I Don't Think So. Your time starts.
Wait.
Hold on.
So this is going to be a different take on I Don't Think So, Honey. This is a historical artifact. It's a written document that really serves as an I Don't Think So, Honey.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go.
This is Ariana Grande's I Don't Think So, Honey. Her time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. The Guardians of the Galaxy ride in Disneyland, California. No offense. Said with much love and respect for it. An open letter to Disney World Orlando. Hello, I hope this finds you well. My name is Ariana Grande. I've been a frequent visitor and a great admirer of your park since I can remember. Some of my fondest adult but professional memories have been collaborating on my cover of Alan Menken and David Zippel's tremendous hit, 0 to Hero, and performing in front of Cinderella's castle along a magnificent choir that you so graciously provided. Further, some of my oldest and warmest personal memories include spotting hidden Mickeys across the parks, driving up from Boca on the weekends, counting the purple signs, knowing we were nearing your parks, and alas, ... riding the absolute masterpiece that is the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror for the first time once I was finally tall enough. Perhaps this message comes prematurely, but I would be remiss if I did not reach out with a potential matter of grave concern. In the wake of the most recent alterations that have befallen your historic park in California. Yes, I'm referring to the calamitous loss / makeover of the Tower of Terror ride here. I humbly implore you to not follow suit. Please allow the iconic and tremendous Tower of Terror to stand tall, permanently, in the name of historical preservation, spooky honor, and good old-fashioned fun. I hope that you'll consider this humble plea from a passionate fan, and am I way over?
No, go, keep going.
While asking that my own passionate and devoted fans sign the attached change.org petition just in case. I never posted this, but I really wanted to.
And that's 1 minute.
Are you
my best friend Aaron and I worked on this together during the pandemic.
You can tell it went through drafts.
Yeah, absolutely.
The vocab.
Yeah, we
Calamitous
really
loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they? So you never sent it?
No, I never posted it.
Now it's
but
out
I was
there.
ready. But it felt like there were more important things going on in the world.
Yeah.
So I didn't.
There's always going to be more going on.
I don't know. This was really up there. I'm kidding.
Here's the thing.
I'm joking.
But it's not a joke. I once created a change.org petition for Disney World, and it actually got a lot of signatures,
Really?
which was I did not want them to make Donald Trump in the Hall of Presidents.
Oh, good.
I was like, this would be ridiculous.
And they
Don't do
didn't.
it. And then
Right?
They did.
No, they did.
Oh, they put him there?
They put him there.
Well,
That's crazy.
So famously, you know what I'm going to say. So they started to make a Hillary animatronic because everyone was so positive.
And they scrapped it.
So when you go down to, if you ever go to the Hall of Presidents and you see the Donald Trump animatronic, he kind of has Hillary's face.
No.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about exactly what I said, Ariana. I'm talking about exactly what I
Scary
said.
times, everyone.
But literally, he's got the face shape. You can confirm this, right? 100%. So he's got
believe you.
her face. I can't say anymore.
Sure.
I'll post it. But I did a change.org and it did some numbers.
And we will
but
post
alas.
and we will post the change.org petition that you're referring to.
You know what? I don't want to rock the boat.
No?
Too late.
This is a duty.
It's true. It is too
Consider
late.
the boat rocked
Rocked.
as fuck.
It is too late.
No. It's
Goodbye.
okay. As we say goodbye.
Why was this so good?
were so much better.
I had been waiting to meet you.
When
ever
we
since
finally met,
I know. And also I felt like it was the SNL after party and there was so much going on and I literally
you had a glow around you. You had a halo around you coming towards me, and it felt like an angel descended from the heavens. I was literally like, this person, because we've messaged and
Yeah.
I know you and we know each other.
DMs every now and then.
Yeah, absolutely. But I was just, I told Bowen, I was like, oh my goodness, he has such a disarmingly warm energy.
He's warm.
I am so obsessed with him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I felt like I was meeting Ari, and so it was just I gave her a hug, and I'm like,
The biggest-
I just want to say that, and I started to I was like, I can have
Unravel
this
a
conversation with her later about how meaningful it is to me that you were there for him when he was going through things, and I just you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I just always felt very connected to you because I could tell that my friend had a friend,
Same.
and so. Anyway, that's how I feel about that. And you just are such a sensation in this movie and in everything you do. And
We love you
Thank
because
you.
we knew you.
I
we used to
love
sing
you
for good.
I'm need to hear that.
Yeah. I was Alphabet.
That was Glinda. I'm Glinda.
That's tracks.
Tracks.
It does.
It really does.
We actually had it together there for a while.
We had a great rendition.
There was once a video of us
I
doing
feel like I have seen it, but
What?
I want to see it in person.
Yeah.
You know?
We gotta do it. We'll do it soon.
We'll do it Sunday. But it's so emotional to get through. Oh,
Yeah.
forget about For Good. That must have been crazy shooting that.
I was hovering outside my body for 2 weeks. And also, we shot it on a rain cover day. So it wasn't even supposed to be when we were shooting it.
Got you.
Which I loved because
Snuck up on
I
you.
love not over rehearsing or knowing fully. You know, when you know the girls, you can just jump in and do what you're supposed to.
Yeah.
It's fine. And we just it was a lot. We had to do, movie 2's going to be a lot.
I can't wait.
We're not allowed to talk about it much, but I just will say it's going to feel different
Yeah.
than the first.
Everyone
I haven't seen it.
Everyone that was like, it should be one movie, you're gonna feel silly.
No.
I
it
think you'll
has to be two.
understand once you see it that there's just simply too much. There's
Yeah.
too much to get through that deserves and needs to be honored and explored and
Yeah.
fully represented.
Yeah.
We got one shot to make these movies,
Yeah.
until they remake it and whatever.
Yeah.
No.
But we had to get it right. There's so much story that deserves the time.
Got it right.
Thank you.
So did you.
You are brilliant. I love you both so much. Thank you for having me. This was so much fun.
We end every episode with a song.
Mm-hmm.
Switching up positions for you. Catching in the bedroom. Not you not knowing it in front of her.
I know it. I was coming to
you
me.
You picked a strange key.
We're done. Bye.
Maybe it was just the key.
Las Culturistas is a production by Will Ferrell's Big Money Players and iHeartRadio podcasts.
Created and hosted by Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang. Executive produced by Anna Hosnier and Hans Sani.
Produced by Becca Ramos. Edited and mixed by Doug Baim and Monique Laborde.
And our music is by Henry Kaburski.